Okay, hello. So my advocate actually, they actually both failed to acknowledge the fact that my first claim was that it actually poses a risk. So therefore, it technically, it could possibly happen. It's a possibility of actually happening. But however, there are, data that show that there's already like evidence leading to the actual events that happened or already had happened. And while they keep on, they go on with saying that, mentioning about how they mention coal, they mention like a bunch of other stuff about dealing with the EPA, and however they also mentioned that how carbon dioxide plays a actually huge role, and they mentioned that carbon dioxide is actually stronger or is going to release more. However, on on my third claim that I state that large scale development of fracking can lead to a shortage of water, and my second claim, how it increases pollution. It technically is true because on one of my claims I failed to mention earlier was that methane is a main component of natural gas and is actually 25 more times the potent and dangerous than carbon dioxide. Therefore, he mentions that, and he actually fails to acknowledge that, and he mentions one of the first advocate actually mentions how it's like the seismic activity of earthquakes is actually small. However, regardless of the size, within the earthquakes, like within time, the earthquakes eventually will lead up to increasing in their seismic activity or their size. So technically, you won't have to be, barely feeling it. However, in the future, in the near future, if fracking continues, then they would actually have, you would actually start feeling it eventually. And overall, they also fail to express they also fail to actually, or they avoid the pollution area. How I mentioned that actually the surface of groundwater supply are actually at risk since it estimates of 10 to 90% of fracking fluid is returned to the surface, and obviously the fracking fluid also, contains methane, and obviously with the large amounts that actually have, it actually leads to pollution. And another one about the economy, they actually mentioned how fracking will benefit the economy by providing jobs. However, the overall research is not accurate enough, therefore it isn't a reliable source of benefiting the economy. So, for example, the state and federal lawmakers are working to establish a system of rules to regulate drilling, and most gas and oil companies have said maintaining the environment and preventing leaks are paramount concerns for them as well. So technically, they're still working on trying to prevent them. They don't even know if they actually prevent them or not. So therefore, that's one of their main concerns. And another statement is that this is a significant data gap, and we need to know what the impacts are before offshore fracking becomes widespread, said Samantha Joy, a marine scientist at the University of Georgia, who studies the effects of oil spills on the ocean environment. And another thing was that the oil industries do not specify the intentions of fracking. So fracking, technically, they don't really emphasize the negatives or illuminate the negatives in fracking, because they know that if they really were to mention them, that the government wouldn't be actually, or not the government, well, the people wouldn't actually want to go along with it or accept. And so basically, in most states, the fracking operations are designed to extract natural gas reserves in California. It's all about the oil. And so basically, most states, and generally all the states, actually, the fracking operations are designed to extract the gases, not the oil. And I mean, some obviously do have the oil, but however, they obviously don't really mention that as much as they do. And I honestly think that, personally wise, we should worry about harming the economy or the environment, because many people just are blinded by the fact that so many people are actually take advantage of the world and stuff, and they actually abuse the fact, like, you have people littering and all these other things, and they just by having another type of way of hurting the environment doesn't make it any better. So, I mean, honestly,
I gotta cut you off again, it's 5 minutes.
that concludes my presentation, so